Welcome everyone, Christine here with a new campaign guide for Alith Anar of the High Elves, because as you play the game more and more, you learn certain new tricks about how to abuse certain things in this game, and that is exactly what we're gonna do. Now, Alith Anar has a great campaign that's focused on beating up the Dark Elves. In fact, I would dare say he's probably the best campaign when it comes to that. Now, what you want to do when you start this campaign is potentially start it over and over and over again. The reason is you want to get certain missions, like you want a mission against this particular character and this particular character. It doesn't matter what the rewards are as much as you get these missions. Though certainly some rewards are going to be higher than others. So for instance, things like Druki Slayer for minus 20% upkeep is very significant. Though you can also get a recruitment benefit for Shadow Walkers and Shadow Warriors, or Murderous Dance. So over here I'm going with Murderous Dance and upkeep benefit, but you can certainly play around with many other things. You start with tier 2 minor settlements, so start getting that noble over there, and also start recruiting archery prowess. You want to get that as quickly as possible. Now beyond that, you also want to declare war on the Forge Bound over here through Sinnelleos. The reason is that Sinnelleos is going to attack that particular settlement, and that's the reason I forced March over here. If I had a bit more time, I would do things a bit differently. You may also want to play a campaign as Elfarian, or if you don't have Elfarian's campaign, just play Alariel's or Emmeric's or Tyrion's campaign and get a bunch of influence, and then save and use that influence to buy a bunch of lords with certain traits. Observant is a pretty good one because it gives you 10% ammunition and 100 unit experience per turn. What we're gonna want to do here is start recruiting. Oh yes, start recruiting a bunch of stuff. Now we do have limited vision and we do have limited money. It would be great if I could fight this battle right here and then turn around to deal with the Black Forest, but unfortunately there's just not enough of that to go around. So we're just going to start recruiting some Shadow Walkers. It's going to take 2 turns over here. This army will not attack you. And there is another army over here that is going to be in Karankar. Now Karankar is kind of crap settlement because it starts with walls at tier 2. So even when it gets to tier 3, it's still going to have the same number of structures. So that means these guys can only recruit Dread Spears from this particular settlement. They can get the barracks over there, but yeah, there's going to be a lot of limitations on recruitment. So now end this turn and Sinnelleos will immediately attack over here. Which is exactly what we want to happen in this particular situation. Because Sinnelleos is going to be like, well, we're friends. Surely we can fight together against this. We're going to be a bit of a Skaven. I mean, we are playing the Skaven Legendary Lord of the High Elves, so we're certainly going to play that up to full effect. We want Sinnelleos to actually take a good amount of damage over here. Would be great if I could level that spellcaster so she can have a spell to do some AoE damage to Sinnelleos, but we'll just work around that. So over here, there is victory, but what a sweet, sweet victory. I'm not sure I would call it. Sinnelleos is still alive, technically, so is her paladin. Though they both died in the battle, they just rised again. But she's finished. Like, effectively, this is how easy it goes. Now, I did a little bit of a Skaven trick over here in order to make sure those Dark Elves did as much damage as possible to Sinnelleos. So here's what I did. I went into difficulty modifiers and set the AI stats modifier to the highest possible level. The reason behind that is because that leadership benefit in particular will benefit the Dark Elves, especially because like they could do a lot of damage to Sinnelleos' army, but they generally break before that. But set the battle difficulty to the highest possible level, they won't break so easily, so they'll do a ton of damage, which is exactly what we want to happen over here, so we can exploit it for our own personal gain. And then, yeah, no problem. Just set this back to neutral, or keep it high if you want to play with it high, no problem. Now, Sinnelleos is gone. She's finished. Now, if you are struggling with this, there are other ways to skin this cat. You could recruit just Shadow Warriors over here as opposed to Shadow Walkers if you want to. That is a possibility, to be sure. You don't even need to fight Sinnelleos over here. It's just kind of useful. Make sure you get the pendulum over there. But you do want Sinnelleos to take a good amount of damage in this battle. So, yeah, now just easy life. Easy win. Glorious freaking victory. Feels good, doesn't it? Although, I think I'm going to actually recruit some shadow warriors over here for global recruitment. I just want them done right now, because I am going to certainly take control of this entire province. Or maybe not. Maybe we make peace with these guys. Seems like an idea. Why not? You do have two things you do want to do. You do want to come over here to get the Shrine of Cain. So that is kind of a priority, but you also kind of want to deal with this situation first. So I think it's just better to leave this mess behind. Get a peace tree with both of them. We will break it, don't worry too much on that, but we've certainly put Sinnelleos and these Dark Elves on the back foot and gained a pretty penny from all of it, from their pain and suffering. That is great. And since I've decided to go with that, like, you could just go on to Nagrand if you want to for the quest objective that he does have. Just gonna recruit some spearmen over here. So over here early on, we do get a mission to occupy the Shrine of Cain and get the Shadow Crown. You do want to do it. Now, over here, we just want to move Alith Anar in ambush. Now, fun fact about the ambush, this particular building gives you ambush success chance. So, we're going to ambush that. You want the Frugal Noble over here, and then you want to get rid of the structure. And then recruit more Shadow Walkers. If you feel less hardcore than I am, you can always go with Shadow Warriors early on because of the faster recruitment. And speaking about trading settlements, I've built a barracks over here because I would actually want it in a minor settlement. And if we look at who we can trade this with, Sinnelleos would give us some money, but they would give us more. Dark Elves have a ton of money in their campaign. So now, both of their armies are done, and they're still at war with each other, so I've just gained myself, I know, 6+ turns. Now, what's gonna happen here? You see this army? And this army, they might just decide to be like, well, you know, we can attack that, right? There is a garrison of 6 units, but they could win that. Now, the problem, if I just toggle Fog of War right here, because, like, I knew those armies would be there. They only have 1 barracks here. They have none over here. So, we're just taking advantage of the situation. Now, you do want to put Alith Anar in ambush stance before you start moving towards these, the monoliths from the forests, because that way you will ensure that they won't see you. Though in this case, they decide not to attack. It's like the monoliths garrison, that terrifying. I guess it's because they're recruiting at the moment, so that's the reason they're not willing to attack. They could decide to do so though. So what do we want here? We can get, yeah, let's get that because it's like gonna be a very significant benefit. Pick up Alith Anar here. Now, you can fight and win this battle with relatively slight. There's only so limited range units, and you've got like those Shadow Walkers you have can certainly do it. Although, did I forget something? I guess I did, didn't I? And now we get all of the growth benefits. Yeah, I should have picked up those Shadow Walkers, but it doesn't matter. Yeah, I am using AR mods, so they won't attack me. And honestly, I don't think, like, AR mods don't change how the AI behaves. That's the reason I use them. But, in point of fact, I wouldn't, like... I wouldn't necessarily be surprised if they decide to sit tight, because the AI does kind of have the tendency when it starts recruiting stuff to just like be like, okay, we're recruiting, we're not gonna move until we're finished, right? We may have stopped their recruitment, I might add, because we just took their barracks, so all they can recruit is Dread Spears. Now, here's the thing about Dark Elf settlements, though. They are very easy today, and geez, even though I took some damage over there from the AR, which certainly is more than I would have taken had I fought that battle manually, because magic and all that. But here's the thing about Dark Elf settlements, just keep upgrading this. And why Alith Anar is so bloody brilliant at fighting them. So let me just show you something. You might say, oh, there's no chance you can win this, right? There's higher chances than you might think with this army. I'm not just going to use this army, but I just want to showcase something. Now, Dark Elf settlements have certain layouts. They either have that kind of layout where you do have to approach from an angle to attack the walls. But there's basically either no tower or only one tower that can attack you there. And you can attack in such a way that the tower itself will do very, very limited damage. And yes, we're going to give all of these units to him because he's just going to keep them. And yeah, we're going to make an entire damn stack of guys for... like, we're going to recruit Shadow Warriors over here to fill up Alith Anar's army. But like over here... if I, like, there's so many angles I can attack from where they can't hit me. Or it's just one tower. Now, I would not attack a tier 3 settlement like this so casually because those tier 3 elements. But, like, from this angle or from this angle, you can avoid getting hit by towers. Or you can do a frontal assault over here and just drive them from the walls. They might have some dark shards, but you have range superiority. And you can always use your lord to distract the enemies on the walls. Here, I'm just going to auto-resolve it and take this element. Because I kind of want to get the rebellion. Though it would have probably been better had I auto-resolved the previous one. So much freaking money, it's not even funny, jeez. We don't need the barracks, though. Okay. In terms of commandment, we do want Reaver Patrols, because we want to use Right to summon that hero to assassinate. So now, we're sitting at minus 20% upkeep and 10 growth. It's not the best growth in the world, but it will get the job done. And we've got... sorry. We got a higher level Alith Anar, get the Pendulum, the Miasma, replenish troops, get Speed of Asuryan, because it gives you speed and melee defense, which is obviously more useful than just melee defense. And over here for him, Rude Marcher, Inspiring Presence, Bowmaster. The Eagle, by the way, is freaking worthless, so get rid of it. I mean, you can keep it as a meme, but it's like, it's gonna take the most damage in auto-resolve of any unit, or even in manual battles. Right, we got a rebellion. Easy life, right? I switched the growth commandment and I did summon the assassin. Now, the reason I summoned the assassin is he doesn't go away. Like, he has an unlimited duration, so you kind of want to get as many of these guys as quickly as possible for the next set of missions that is going to spawn. Oh, we got an ambush. Yeah, you have such a high ambush success chance in those problems. Like, you don't need to just play defense. Like, just get this particular structure, and it's like your ambushes will almost always succeed. Now, over here, we just want to attack this particular settlement. Yeah, ignore the ridiculous auto-resolve. Although maybe not quite as ridiculous as you might think. It's just, yeah. Yeah, it's actually not. Okay. Now, interesting note, they do have a barracks over there. They won't for much longer. And what do we do now? Well, we do want to actually reduce them to one final settlement and take that barracks away from them deliberately. So this hero is not going to do anything. Who's winning here? I don't know. There's Be'lakor, the nuisance of this campaign, and I do use the word nuisance. He's going for, what he's doing is he's going for the Palace of Ruin over here, because it's ruined from the very beginning of the campaign. So now, all I'm going to do is just, like, end this particular turn, get hard to hit. It would have been better had I got the rebellion earlier on. But yeah, just keep them around, wait for next set of missions. I mean, technically you could send him over to Lustria to eliminate the faction leader, but honestly, by the time that you do get there, like, it depends on the mission. Like, if there is a good reward at the end of it, sure, why not? Go for it. Get that 20-turn benefit and get the next set of missions faster. Could be useful. Or maybe not. Depends on how you want to view it, really. It's your choice. I guess I will send him, because I do have plenty of turns, and that faction leader is not going to die anytime soon, so just let's speed up the murdering process. It is a process. Alith Anar has a process. Like, if there's a John Wick in the Warhammer universe, he's sure as hell that guy. Like, yeah, that went... I know. I got 20% upkeep already. I know. Oh, jeez. This campaign, man. This freaking campaign is something. Sweet lord. Okay, you do get the Moonbow quest fairly quickly. It's a very easy battle. They might have some experience units here, but like really, like there's no reason for me to ever fight the battle manually for the purpose of this video, because it's like Alith Anar's campaign difficulty doesn't come from the freaking battles. It comes from other things in this campaign. So we can get another prince. You could go with a princess if you want to. Let's get efficient. We're turns away from being able to level another settlement. You do want to get that lovely, lovely missile strength. And not ruthless, although you can obviously get that. But there's kind of different priorities dependent. Like, I would say Shadow King is actually useful because, like, yeah, getting that control in all provinces. Diplomatic relations with High Elves being lost. Yeah, I've gained 20. An additional 20. And I'm on my way to get even more. Who gives a shit?
Burden of the Shadowlands.
Now we are going to get the peace agreement with these guys, so I'm just gonna get rid of these fellows right here.
Of the Phoenix throne.
We shall kill.
There we go. We're certainly spending a lot on global recruitment, to be sure.
Waste my time. You're out of your depth.
Oh, they would pay so much for that peace agreement. Now, you might ask the question, why not just eliminate Karankar? One, you'll get more money by selling their settlements back to them. You'll get more money by getting a peace agreement. And it might benefit you in the mission structure 14 turns for now or 13 turns for now. So it's kind of in your interest to leave them alone. Also, you will face less attacks from Hellebrand and Be'lakor. I mean, Be'lakor could still attack you, Hellebrand certainly will attack you, but you got the trip to Nagaron to be Nakari in this campaign. Yeah. Hello, Silustra. Looking good, aren't you? Ah, yes. I am a troll. Like, it's certainly the troll campaign. Like, if you... Like, people talk about, like, the Changeling having a troll campaign. No, there is only one troll campaign, and it is Alith Anar's freaking campaign. It is so freaking great. So, over here, make them beg for mercy. Alright.
Defender of the Everqueen. Occupy their lands.
Totally.
Am I supposed to listen?
Yeah, you know you're supposed to pay me. Everything that you have and everything that you own. I'm just gonna keep it alive. Like, I just do want them to get that settlement to even tier 4. That would be great. We do want this campaign movement range. Spectre would be nice, to be sure, but not really important. And now, gentlemen, we go for the Shrine of Cain, because who gives a shit, basically. And we build up forces, significant forces over here, because, like, we're not going to run out of money. Magical reserves. So over here, just send him on a merry trip. Yanbo might beat you to it, so I probably did waste some turns there on frivolous stuff, but yeah. It's gonna take a bit for him to arrive. So now,
of
just,
Alith
yeah,
Anar.
set sail. And try and avoid a war with Be'lakor. It's just a waste of resources when these guys can spend... Like, why spend your own money to develop this province when they can do it for you and you get paid for it? Okay, a couple of turns later, I did complete that assassination mission, and we get new targets marked for death over here. Oh yeah. Unfortunately, one of them is absolutely not gonna happen, though it's not really too important. Rakarth doesn't matter, though Vicar lost reduction with all armies if we defeat Silostra again.
Prince
I
of
will take
Deathwatch.
that. Gladly take that.
Making my way. I'm ready.
Alright, just get these archers right
Your decree.
here and start
Moving
moving
on.
over there.
Your will is done.
Get more of them. Like, we're done recruiting Shadow Warriors, so I could just
Ready.
reduce that. And now we go to war with Nakari, which may be a bit of a tricky battle.
Channel its riches to Nagaryth.
Do you need the surge, the Sword of Cain? Maybe,
Twilight is here.
maybe not.
I am ready.
You don't. It's not worth it. You do get control benefits in all provinces, and you have enough of a diplomatic benefit with the High Elves that won't matter, but maybe just not the highest priority right now.
Shadow warriors.
But let's get that construction benefit. Gotta be a bit concerned about Nakari, though. So get these benefits. See, the thing about Nakari is that Nakari is one of the few lords who can actually defeat you in battle, though chances are pretty damn low that Nakari will be able to stand up to this. But hey, if Nakari attacks, I guess he decided not to. Let's attack him instead and see how that particular battle plays out. This battle against Nakari might genuinely be the hardest battle I get to fight over here, especially given the terrain right here. We can use the trees, though, to our advantage. So if we look at Shadow Warriors, right? They're pretty good, but Shadow Walkers are even better because they got poison attacks. So what we're going to do...
Orders received.
And then, yes... Alith Anar in the front. I know, corner camping, how very original, but this army is not quite capable of dealing with Nakari in an open field battle. Well, I guess there are several formations I could certainly use, but yeah, I know Nakari is going to attack me. I guess I could use all of this, so it would last 60 seconds. Although, maybe I can go lure them with a couple of spells. Ah, the infamous tree acne. Well, it's not quite so bad on this one. Okay. Come on, mage. Oh, that's a decent enough cast. Okay. It takes 2 casts of a spell to get that kind of effect. Just keep moving. Open fire, boys. Alright, so that was the fastest unit Nakari had. We go in, we lure more. Now, there's obviously significant cons, or one of the fastest units than Nakari. Okay. we get Nakari's hero. Yeah, it's kind of shame like corner camping is this effective of a freaking strategy. They won't reach us. Hello? Boom. Yeah, she was fast. Next. That was cute. Alright. Okay. Like, we can't fight this battle as we normally would, because if we try to do that, we'll just get obliterated. We got plenty of Winds of Magic available. Damn, Nakari still has more Hellstriders. How many freaking Hellstriders do you freaking have, you little shit?
The Shadow King. Noble. Orders.
I'm gonna have to sacrifice. Alright, the Shadow Warriors to win this battle.
Shadow Warriors. Serve the King. Without fail.
Okay, let's move some of them forward.
Alith Anar.
Nakari is dead. Glass cannon, meet glass cannon was all I can say. But if I tried, if you try and fight Nakari in a battle of maneuver, yeah, that's not gonna go well for you at all, I can tell you. Because one, Nakari has some of the fastest freaking units in the entire game, and it's just like that level of damage, man. It's like, you gotta respect that. Forsaken getting destroyed.
Following orders. We away.
You gotta respect the power. Alright.
Winds of magic rise!
Shadow Warrior.
Ready.
The problem, of course, with corner camping is it leaves you very limited options once you do engage. So, make no mistake, there are downsides to this.
Shadow Warriors. Azar. Advance. Move.
But we'll make it work.
Lowest champion. Stalk. It will be done.
Yeah, well, it is working.
It shall be done.
Slowly.
Alith Anar. Advance. For duty.
Alright, that should do it.
It shall be done.
Oof. Fighting Nakari is always the same damn thing. You win quickly, but damn doesn't it make you feel it. Okay, victory. So victory. He got 106 kills. Well, really, he got 62. The rest is because the rest of the units. She did a lot of damage. 32,000, he only did 4,000. Truth be told. Yeah, Alith Anar was kind of wasted in that one. He needs time to kind of pull it off in a more proper way. Gotta love that defeat rate though of Nakari. What? Like Silustra is decent enough, right? But this, I mean, it's kind of useful in this army to only insert. It's very, very situational, right? So it's like most of the time you will outrun most enemies anyway. So can be useful though if you're trying to deal with someone that's fast. Yeah, probably should have buffed that, but buff his own speed anyway.
Shadow Stalker.
Your design.
Ever.
Dominate.
Alright, we get an objective.
I will lead the Asa.
And yes, we are marching to eliminate Silustra. Because why wouldn't we? Who's gonna freaking stop me?
The Phoenix Crown.
Get some regular archers.
Defender of the Phoenix Throne.
Yeah, this prince is dealing with that. We're turn 13. Very good. Well, I'm not sure what that particular army is trying to do right there. But I guess that would be all of Nakari's armies in this situation. We do want to take all of Nagaryth. It is also an objective in this campaign. So, and then we can sail to beat the crap out of Marathi if we want to. Also, I can start building another army over here, so just use all those global recruitment benefits that I do have to get a significant powerhouse of an army and just finish off Nakari here. Though, of course, that will make me an even bigger target for Bellicor, but don't care. That army is even sailing towards me. Okay, get some income. Let's see.
Move.
If that army attacks the Shrine of Cain...
Ambush. Prince of Elfwan. Your orders are reasonable.
Alright.
This is not princely.
The reason I was showing Alith Anar as taking damage there is because of...
Guardian. Moving out.
Is because the province that Nakari owns as the capital is filled with corruption. So what do I want here? Let's get a mage, actually. Because, like, the one benefit with mages is you can get away with using, like, low influence ones and still get a decent level of power. So yeah, we can get some Shadow Warriors. I will want them. That's a bit of a problem, isn't it? Is he at war with anyone?
I will
No.
receive your petition in the name of the Phoenix King. Your will is done.
No.
Siren of
Couldn't care.
Protector.
I love those who speak the truth.
Yeah, I don't want to fight the Dread Fleet.
I will use my gifts.
Action strength rank 5.
Fear my
Oh, that's what you get when you freaking fight.
black-hearted.
What? I need.
Prince
Hold on.
of Elfwan.
We can declare war on these Dark Elves. Get a bit of money.
Guardian of the Phoenix.
Cruel and deadly.
Unparalleled power.
Defender of the Ever Queen.
Gets our player hard to hit. We can get the Speed of Assyrian. Money is gonna be tight. Sure. But use the ambush. Because they have to go for here. If they're going to attack the Shrine of Kurtis. The army is trying to withdraw. Little shit. It doesn't matter. Do I have... So yeah, take over here. The army that I have here can deal with everything. No problem. And Karankar might become an issue later on, but still. You don't need an army here in Wolf 1. It's just like a benefit to deal with Nakari, because this is the main army Nakari has. Everything else is like, whatever. So you can just go liberate Crix if you want to. Like, you do have an objective, and then you can hop on over to pay Marathi a visit. It will put you off in terms of your victory condition. Though, to be quite honest, you're not quite needed to deal with that. Okay. Yeah, a bit of corruption, whatever, right there.
To me, Shadow Warriors.
There we go.
Shaper of fates. True magic guides me. Even archmages sleep.
So over here, just keep recruiting. I'm gonna get some archers. A couple of Shadow Warriors are really nice, but
For honor.
can't really afford the stacks.
Of Elfwan.
Could this army win? Surprisingly, yes.
After follows
How many turns? 2 turns. That's fine.
Guardian of the Phoenix Crown.
Oh, you guys are so screwed. How the hell did you get involved in a war with Valkia is one thing I want to know.
Certainly not.
Where is Silas? There she is.
Needed.
You are
Twin defenders of the glades.
Just a tip.
here.
Actually fight and destroy the Sisters of Twilight. The reason is they're not good allies. And so you benefit more. Yeah, or no. Get with Alith Anar, you just want to get the basic bow skill.
Twilight is here.
You can benefit from loose, but really not much. You do eventually want to get favorable wins, but you can also buff Alith Anar's skill with a bow significantly and make him do a ridiculous level of damage in battles. Also make sure you buff his speed as well though, because like, yeah, things like slippery are useful, like just speed for the guy, because obviously he's going to benefit quite a bit from that. So I got to balance it out there, but all the same.
None but slain.
That's a cult army. Yeah, that is a cult army.
You have done well.
Serene nest.
I speak for the Phoenix King. Very well.
Do I want to go for Terranok? Yeah.
Most astute.
You call
What they gonna do, right? Nothing. Silostra may attack Hotek's column right here, which is whatever from my perspective. She doesn't have the movement to come over here.
Defender of the Ever Queen.
Sire, I'm waiting.
So I don't really care.
Dark magic. Your flesh will. I need.
Malekith certainly has he wiped out Grombrindle. I am trying to try and figure out. I don't think so. He's not even at war with him, and I'd be surprised. I mean, it is turn 15, right? So the campaign is won here. Like this army in 2 turns, it will have siege attacker. So we can go for Elysia and then go for Toracare. And just keep recruiting units along the way. But let's see what Silostra does.
You dare interrupt my eternal vengeance.
So effectively, Nakari has no armies whatsoever anymore. I'm not gonna lie. That certainly puts your heart in your throat right there. Yeah, if they sally out like this, you've won. Like, it's not even a question, really. So Silostra is done for. Where is she, anyway? Where did she slink off to? I don't know. But yeah. Campaign is done. After this point, you start building up a force to take Karankar. Like, an army of combination of Shadow Warriors, Shadow Walkers, Archers will deal with that. And then you leave an army there to deal with Be'lakor one way or another, or just contain him one way or another. Now, where is she? Is she dead? No. I don't know. I do know. She's in ambush.
Ready yourselves.
That's what's happening there. If you're wondering. Okay, when you're confronted with this situation, obviously out-resolving this would be a bad freaking idea, right? So what you want to do here is like just go to this element over and over again until you get this kind of result. Because that will prevent the issue of ambushing from becoming a problem. And yeah, we're just gonna, like, one of the nice things is like, this army, I mean, okay, the Reaper bolt throwers are an issue. Guess what? You got freaking magic. And you have stealth units as well, so who gives a damn?
Release them. Shadowlands.
Okay, want to move here.
All set.
Just keep... Now, if I was a betting man, she's not there, where could she be, you might wonder? I'll tell you where she is. She's in fricking ambush. That's where she is.
Primed for action. Starting out.
What the hell?
Entering the garrison.
I'm not gonna risk everything just on the chance of that. You do want to get trumpeteers for this one. Okay, that's one turn. But I have no idea. I'm just kind of hoping she will show up. See, the problem here, like, you can get Militia Master, but it's meaningless. And the problem with Alith Anar is, like, you just don't have any skill that you can actually use over here. Like, what would you use? I mean, yeah, you can go Militia Master if you want, but it's like, doesn't apply to Shadow Warriors, applies to the regular archers. Kind of useful, though I almost never get it. You certainly don't want anything other than Shadow Warriors in this particular army, because why would you? It's a pretty powerful situation. Jeez, man, though, the amount of money I'm making in this campaign is freaking ridiculous. I gotta say. Like, holy crap.
Of the Phoenix Throne. Traveling.
Okay. It's beneficial when they sally out like that, so I'm just gonna risk that rebellion. Now, here's a nice thing. Because Nakari is... not Nakari, because Silostra is out of her... because Silostra is down to 0 settlements, she's going to be incentivized to attack something. And it doesn't matter what it is. I just have no idea where the hell she's gone to, though. I'm kind of like, hey, Silostra, you want to show up? Oh, why am I so stupid? This is the thing. I know where she can be. Because those murder missions, they tell you where your opponent is. So I just wasted the turn over there. Because you collect those murder missions, I just realized something. Because I do get it. It is obviously dependent on you getting a murdering mission, but yeah. What?
Defender of the Everqueen. Attack!
That's it.
I will lead the Assa. Prince.
Don't let her get away. You will regret it if you do let her get away.
Ridiculous.
Your king calls. It's war. Garrison it with my warriors.
Alright. Get more growth. Rebellion next turn, so just wait up over here. Get more archers. Buff this up. I wonder, could I tempt them? I can. So I don't even need to waste my time over here, because they will destroy her. It's nice having other people do your work for you. This campaign in a nutshell. Now, you do want to invoke Vol, because it gives you... Okay, the items themselves, kind of whatever. I mean, though, that's pretty decent. But importantly, it gives you Siege Attacker, so you can instantly... Like, you don't need Siege Attacker. Like, yo, yeah, you would lose totally half your freaking army. Come on. Now, believe it or not, this is actually a much harder siege than most others, because this is a High Elf settlement layout. And the problem with High Elf settlement layout, like, obviously this army would be obliterated on the field of battle. But the problem with High Elf settlement layouts, you see this wall? There's a lot of towers on that wall. Far more so than anything else. So, you want to know why Wolf 1 is a freaking nightmare to deal with? That's the reason. Like, nothing else is actually even close. So, we sorted it out, gentlemen. We have won. Now all we need to do is just rebuild the archer force. Yeah, money is lost, but who cares?
You have traveled far to petition the Phoenix throne. Of course.
And we get trade agreements with a bunch of other people.
Call me.
Fear.
You know what? She can... Oh, if I go there...
Speak. Tremble before
Again, declare war on epidemics. What do I know? Anyway. That's it. So, yeah, 17 turns technically, but the battle against... the battle over there took place earlier. So now, just Rebellion. This army is going to go north, deal with these guys over here. Put them in their place. It would be nice, I'm not going to lie, if they actually got this element to a higher tier. Because, like, I would kind of want them to get it to tier 4. But these elements are at least tier... yeah, they're tier 2 right now, so I could wait even a bit longer. They're unlikely to declare war on me after the thrashing I've given them. Though, we could always lure them into a battle and then get the peace agreement for 10 more turns. Like, I could literally provoke a war just to defeat their army, so that would give me a bigger peace. Like, I don't want to take that province until I'm going after Bellicor, which is not the priority. So that's it. Costin signing out.